Hello, it's Crafty Ria and welcome to another video. I'm so glad you're joining me today. We are going to make a spring-loaded pocket. This is a really easy way to make a loaded pocket. I've seen quite a few people do it this way, and I've made mine this way for a couple of years. So let's go ahead and get started. All you need to make the actual pocket is a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. I'm using double-sided paper. It works best that way because you do see both sides of the paper. You will need a really good adhesive. Today I'm going to be using this red line adhesive. It's one of the strongest tapes that are available. It's called Terrifically Tacky Tape by Provocraft. You can use any really strong adhesive that you have. You can also use wet glue if you like. I have my Martha Stewart scoreboard. I have my bone folder and a circle punch. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, I also have some pretty brads. So I'm going to put my paper into my scoring board. You can use a ruler and a scoring tool if you don't have a scoring board. But I'm going to go ahead and put it in face up, and I'm going to score it at 3 1/4 inches. Whatever design you have, if it's up and down, this is the top of your design and this is the bottom. This is the bottom. I'm off camera. Anyway, 3 1/4 inches all the way down, and then I'm going to rotate it. So here's my first score, and I'm going to score again at 3 1/4. And the reason I do that is because it's easy. You only have to know the one number. So I have two parallel scores. I have 3 1/4 and 3 1/4. And if my paper was one directional, this would be the top of the paper. Now I'm going to rotate my paper. So I have my score here and my score here. This time I'm going to score at 3 3/4 and just make that one score. So I have 3 1/4, 3 1/4, and 3 3/4. I can put my scoreboard away. So here it is again where I have my two scores here, 3 1/4 from each end. I'm going to turn it over. This is the inside of the pocket, and I'm going to fold along those two score lines. And I'm just going to fold it down with my bone folder. So we have this piece that meets the middle, but it does overlap. All right, and then we have this one here at 3 1/4, and I'm going to fold this one up. And that's going to make our pocket on the bottom. And then we have our big pocket here. So what I'm going to do with both of these pieces, I'm going to fold these back into a triangle. I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to mark it on that corner a little bit there, just so it folds real easy. And I'm going to fold this back, kind of like a shirt fold. I'm going to close this up and I'm going to do the same thing. Mark that corner a little bit. This is thick cardstock, so sometimes it's hard to fold on itself. And then I'm going to fold this piece back. There we go. So that reminds me of like a man's shirt or something like that. So we have this whole thing. So what I want to do with this tape, I want to seal up these edges. So I'm going to put a piece of tape right along this edge, right up to there. I have to find the edge. There we go, the end. And then I'm going to put a piece along the inside of this one. This tape is really strong tape. I'm going to burnish this tape down with my bone folder. And then I'm going to peel off the red part. They call this red liner tape because the liner is red. And I'm just going to burnish that down really good. And that way that gives it really a double strong hold. And before I adhere this down, I'm going to take my circle punch. This is a 1 1/4. Use what you have. And I'm going to just kind of eyeball this in the center. And I just want to punch out a little hole like that. I'm going to put my red liner tape all along here. I'm going to put a second piece along this top here just to give it a little more stability. And again, I will burnish this tape down really well. And then remove the liner. And then I'm going to just fold this up and stick it down. Now you can also sew the edges if you want. That is totally up to you. You can glue the edges, and if you notice this piece here kind of bows out, that's okay. I kind of like it like that since we're going to go ahead and stuff that. With these edges here, you can leave them loose and you can curl them. You can tape them down, or you can stick brads there. So I'm going to curl them a little bit just to give them a little bit of character. And then I'm going to put a brad in each one. I have these really pretty brads that I found in my stash, and they have some spring pictures on them. I think these flowers are really cute. I'll show you real close in a second. If I can find 2 that match, that would be great. I do have 2 that match. And I think they go really cute with that paper. I have a little pokey tool and a little rubber mat from Stampin' Up. This is a little piece of foam. I'm going to stick my piece of foam down in here, And I have my pokey tool. This is from Making Memories. And I'm going to kind of put my paper where I want it, where I'm going to put my brad. These are kind of big brads, so I want to bring it up in a little bit. And I'm going to just poke a hole there. I'm going to make that hole a little bit bigger. These are kind of large brads. There we go. And I'm going to carefully go down in there and flatten out the brad. There you go. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. I don't want it to poke through, you know, to the back side. That's why I'm putting this little piece of foam in there. If you don't have a little piece of foam like this, you can use an old mouse pad. Or any, like a piece of thick fun foam or something like that. So I have my little brad stuck there and the pieces poking it through, and then I'm going to go in and flatten them out. So there, the pocket is done. Now, the pocket does bulge out open a little bit there, and it also opens here. So then you can stuff it full of goodies, tags and embellishments and all kinds of stuff. You can make this flap any size you like. I probably made it a little bit too high. In hindsight, I probably would have gone back. I would have done it at maybe 2.5 or 3 inches, but it's already made. I'm not going to go and undo it. So there you go, because I think this pocket being a little lower, not so close to that pocket, would be nice. Then you can decorate it any way you like. I will be back after I decorate the outside and stuff it full, and I'll show you where we're at. Catch you in a few minutes. Well, hardly any time for you, but it'll be a while for me. Well, as promised, I am back with the completed pocket. Stuffed pocket. I added some pink trim to the bottom. I took some flowers from my collection and just layered them, blue, yellow, and pink. And I found this really pretty jeweled butterfly, so I went ahead and stuck that on there, and I drew some antenna on him. So let's go ahead and stuff the pocket with a few things. Out of the same collections of paper, the Echo Park paper, I have some of these large spring cut-aparts. They have pattern paper on the back. I'm going to just slide those down inside the big piece. I have some smaller cut-aparts here, Happy Spring, and that cute little frog, and some journaling spots. I'll put these down in the smaller one, just so they kind of stick up like that. I took some scrap paper that I had, and I made tags. I used this punch from Stampin' Up. It takes up to a 2-inch wide piece of paper, any length, and it just punches out the top of the tag. So I'll put this tall one. I left one pretty tall, and they're all double-sided paper. I'll put this tall one in the top, and the 2 smaller ones down here in the bottom. And I just used some ribbon scraps that I happen to have. I cut these banner stickers off of the Echo Park sticker sheet, so I'll stick that up in there. I took some of these brads, just a random assortment of them, the same ones I used here. I'm going to stick this upside down in here so they kind of show through. I have a package of different colored spring paper flowers that I will stick up in here. I have this package of printed ribbon that I will also put in here, kind of upside down so the ribbon peeks through. I have some purple chevron ribbon, which I will stick down in here so it kind of pokes up a little bit. What's nice is to have little things just sticking through. I found this cute little sign that says "Plant Kindness, Gather Love," and I thought that would be cute to just have sticking out. And I have these Easter decorative clip bows, and I thought this one looked really cute, and I would just stick it just on there, maybe on this other side over here, since we have that sign over there. And I'll move that over a little bit. There we go. That is my spring-loaded stuffed pocket. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it inspires you to make a stuffed pocket. You can stuff it with anything you like, any paper collection you like. Just enjoy and have fun. I will go ahead and put my information on the back, and this is ready to mail out to my swap partner. I hope she enjoys it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it inspires you to make a stuffed pocket as well. The pocket itself is really easy to make, and you can stuff it with anything that you like. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please click on that subscribe button down below. It really does help my channel to grow, and also click on the bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. If you haven't yet joined my Facebook group, Create with Crafty Rhea, the ladies there are awesome and a lot of fun, and we would love to have you join our crafty family. I will put that link in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you, and until the next video, you know what to do. Go get crafting. Bye-bye.